Tax season is nearly upon us. The tax preparers are warning us that refunds could look a lot smaller this year. And after adjustments made since the end of the pandemic, some American families may actually end up owing the IRS. So for more on this, I want to bring in Aimee Picchi. She is an associate managing editor for MoneyWatch. No one likes to hear this, but we're warning you. What initial changes can Americans expect to see when they file their taxes this year?
Yeah, thanks, Anne Marie. Yeah, there's no way to put this gently. As you mentioned, the biggest change is likely to be a smaller tax refund. The reason is due to the expiration of several pandemic tax credits and benefits. In effect, these tax credits expired last year. So when you file your 2022 tax return before the April 18th deadline this year, you won't be able to claim them. And I think we're all familiar with these tax credits. There were the stimulus checks. There was a expanded child tax credit, tax breaks for childcare expenses. There was also a charitable donation tax break that was as large as $600 for married couples, and that also expired last year. So altogether, tax pros are telling us that smaller tax refunds are probably in store for many taxpayers, but with the caveat being that taxes are complicated and they're very different for each family and each person. So, some people might not see any change, but they're saying that by and large, they're expecting to see smaller refunds this year.
So the stuff that you're talking about, is that that's not part of the Inflation Reduction Act. That was part of the COVID support stuff, right?
That's right. Those were from earlier COVID aid packages. There was the Inflation Reduction Act passed last year, however, and there are some tax benefits in it this year. So this is something that will help you in 2023, not on your 2022 tax returns, however, but these have a lot of tax credits to help you make your life more energy efficient. For instance, there are up to $14,000 in rebates and tax credits for families to make their homes more energy efficient. This can help you buy a heat pump, make your home more energy efficient through insulation, replace your wiring, all these kind of things that will, hopefully reduce carbon emissions and make your home more energy efficient and cheaper to run. But those are tax credits that are being offered this year and primarily being offered through your state. So you need to be paying attention to what's going on in your state and look for those rebates in your state. And there's also another big one, which is the rebate, the tax credit for electric vehicles. That's up to $7,500 per electric vehicle. But again, there are a lot of regulations. Some cars don't qualify for the whole $7,500 tax credit. So again, you need to read the fine print, do your research before you buy one of those cars.
Yeah, definitely. For Americans who use apps like Venmo and Cash App, there are new rules to that as well.
Absolutely. Well, there is some good news on this. That regulation, which said that an app has like Venmo or PayPal has to send you a tax form if you had more than $600 in a single transaction on the platform. The IRS said we need more time actually to get this ready. And we heard also from the platform that they need more time. So they delayed this by a year. So that's some good news for people because there were a lot of questions about how this would work. So you have a little bit of breathing room on that. However, tax pros say any earned income is taxable. So even if you don't get a tax form on that $600, you still should be putting on your tax form and paying taxes on it.
Yeah, that's a good reminder, Aimee. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Anne Marie.